I did. I did the hood thing. Like, I found it real funny how I'm a CPC and no one contacted me to let me know that my account was locked. And I roll my eyes like that too. No one could see me, but it felt good to do it.
What's the CPC?
Chase private client. Pitch, you are one too, so don't even. A bitch that don't pay her taxes is a CPC. That's the gag. You want room service at the Ace?
Are you the one that doesn't pay your taxes?
No, you. But
what? That is not true. I pay my taxes.
You know that guy that tweeted, "I'm auditing while the drag queen." I think that's very funny.
Well, I clearly pay my taxes because I got audited. So yeah, I pay my taxes all right.
You ordered room service at the Ace?
I did not. I ordered food, and it didn't come with any flatware.
Oh,
so I went downstairs. What's so funny?
I ordered food. Come with any flatware? It's very extra. Calm down.
How is that extra? All I'm saying is I ordered food. What did I do that was extra? I don't know that I could have said that any more calm than I just said it. I literally said I ordered food. It didn't come with flatware. So I went downstairs and I asked for some silverware.
Let me show you what you did. I ordered food. It didn't come with any flatware.
But how was I supposed to say it?
It's spicy. I ordered food and come with any flatware, so I got some downstairs.
Is this coming from the woman who literally was just like, I find it funny that I'm a Chase CPC and I wasn't called. I find that funny that you're accusing me of being extra when you literally were just flaunting your blatant wealth in the face of a customer service representative.
Anyway, do you know what is extra? These girls on season 15 of RuPaul's Drag Race.
I gathered you. You know you was doing the most.
This is not rivalry, Bob. This is Sibling Watchery. So please gather yourself and get into the gig. Bob, we're almost towards the end of this season. It's only like 2 more episodes and it's a finale. There's 5 girls left after this episode.
Who knows? They might bring some girls back and add some more girls and bring back a bibbity bop boop bop skibbity scoot. They might bring the twins back. You never know what they're going to do.
We haven't brought anyone back this season or done any double Shantays. Do you think that RuPaul is like, I'm over it, I want to get through it?
No, I don't think that. I
know.
Oh, well, you asked me.
Just to be silly.
Oh, well then how do you want me to respond to it? How am I supposed to respond? How am I supposed to respond to that? The short answer is no, I don't think that RuPaul is over the show. I think that she probably enjoys doing it and is always probably striving for whatever makes the best television, per episode.
I mean, but no double Shantays and no double eliminations and no bringing any people back. We haven't seen that for like at least, season 11, I think. Let me not say that because if I was like, no, Mona, you stupid, dumb, fat bitch. They actually didn't bring anyone back in the untucked of season 13. So I don't know, but I feel like I haven't seen it in a while.
Well, you do be making blatant claims. Everyone's like, actually, she did not duck walk in her performance with Sasha Colby. And I was like, I don't know if she did it. You're like, every time.
One.
Oh my God, why do you hate Anisha so much? What is going on?
I do not, Bob, do not start this thing. I do not hate Anitra.
What's up with
not
you
start
Asha?
This. Stop. I'm not doing this with you.
I just don't know why you're so against her.
At the top of the episode in the fallout, Selena has sent home Selena wasn't lip sync. Selena was in the bottom again. And she makes this comment in her talking head. She said, I feel like I don't need wins to win the competition. Now, I will say there is one person that this has happened to on an international season. They did not win any challenges and they won the crown. Could you imagine that happening?
In her defense, I remember talking to you and you said that even by the time you got sent home on your season, you still thought you could have won. So her mindset is pretty... It makes sense to want to be hopeful and try to find a way to justify a win for yourself, even if you don't try to manifest a win, even if you don't have any.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even like when I was going to the finale, I was like, I feel like I could win something before I get there, like because there was 3 challenges before the top 3 or whatever it was in my season.
Yeah, I don't see it for someone like that. That just sounds really wild, and apparently it has happened once overseas. But in the over at this point 300 episodes of Drag Race, and the over
Drug
20
Race, RuPaul's Drug Race.
The over 30 seasons of RuPaul's Drag Race has happened once. So I would say it's probably like a 1 in 30 chance that maybe it's not 30 seasons, but I mean there's 3 UKs, 3 Canadas.
We'll never do the math right. We don't even know. Bitch, there's so many. Who knows?
But there's been a lot of seasons of RuPaul's Drag Race, so it seems pretty rare. But stranger things have happened. I don't think it was going to happen, show. and it does make sense that that I mean, spoiler alert, if you're watching this, I'm assuming you already watched the episode. It makes sense that Miss Titties went home on today because it was a struggle. Like I don't know that I could imagine. Was this her fourth or fifth?
Fourth one. I mean, Cameron Michaels did it.
I know, but I also didn't see her winning. You know?
Yeah, but so in theory, in a perfect world, you can be a great lip syncer, and Cameron Michaels could have done a crazy gag like Sasha Velour, and Cameron Michaels could have won this RuPaul's Drag Race.
Again, I still feel like the gag lip sync has to like justify not having done well during the competition or as well as another competitor during the competition. It has to be like a cultural reset lip sync moment that everyone's talking about. And I think that in terms of the finales, there's only been one lip sync that everyone has just been like talking about to this day. You know what I mean?
Sasha.
Even the other lip syncs, people don't even talk past the season. Once the next season starts, no one's talking about it much.
I will say, Asia's didn't.
People talk about Asia, but the gag is not Monet. Don't do her like that. The gag of Asia's lip sync was not how sickening it was.
You talk about it, bitch. From now until Kingdom Come, people will talk about Asian them goddamn butterflies.
People will talk about them. Yes, people will talk about Asian butterflies for a very long time. But I would say it's in a different context.
Bitch, I will catfish the fuck out of you. You're like, oh, Monet looks nice. Bitch, Monet. Bitch, I went from Monet to Trone, honey. Just a Tarzan, honey.
What's Trone?
I don't know. It seems like a very butch name. Hey, man. Yeah, my name is Trone.
Trene. But anyway, also she's the only girl who doesn't have a. I'm just gonna let you look at yourself for a second. Then once you gather yourself, we'll just continue.
I'm not looking at myself. Continue. I'm listening.
She is the only girl who doesn't have a win at this point. But also Selena feels like her and Mistress should have won, which seems to be the common thread this season. Every girl thinks they should have won. At the top of every episode, every girl is talking about how she should know how she should have won. Last week was the comedy challenge.
Yeah.
And Selena feels like her and Mistress should have had a double win.
Yeah, she did. No, I think the right team won. I think that Lux and Lucy, I think they were good. I think the winners were right. And also Lux's runway really pushed her above, Lux's runway really got her that extra point.
Well, unfortunately for Selena, I think that Selena did better than Mistress did actually in the challenge.
Yeah.
So as a group, they weren't as strong as Lux and Lucille, as Luxandra and Lucille. Then Lux says this. Go ahead.
Well, Selena has this typical Selena narrative. Like at the top of the episode, this has happened to Selena a bunch of times this season. Typically the episodes when she's in the bottom, it's like, this week I know I'm gonna kill it. This week is my week. I am snatching the win, and it's always she's in the bottom of that episode. I'm like, Selena, stop.
Oh yeah, Selena has not procured a win yet, but maybe there's an All Stars where she'll come back and scoop it up. You know what I mean?
No, she's not. Did you hear that video of her at Heart WeHo?
No.
Bob, the mother-tucking drag queen. I said, Selena, Jesus.
What? What happened? What was it?
I'm about to play for you. Listen.
you know about that shit? You should have been wearing a black bodysuit. Bitch, look what the fuck you're wearing. You sequin sweater jacket asshole bitch. Springs, bitch. Why is he still on the judges panel? He's not even hilarious. You know that thing when there's a judge on Drag Race and then they tell the story and then
I'm like, Ross Matthews is a stand-up comedian who has accolades of being funny, and I get it. You do get up in your feelings, but I'm like, girl, this is too much. This is wild. But she said, everyone take out your phones, and I'm sure people probably recorded this video, tagged Ross. Like, I'm like, girl, not this.
Girl, they even tagging the dress barn at this point. They're tagging anyone they can tag. Ross, Dress Barn, Brown's Dakota Factory.
That was funny.
Oh my God, thank you, man. That was okay, girl. I hope she doesn't listen to our podcast.
I know she probably hate, but I know. Damn. Pop, snap, crackle. Damn.
I literally opened a Pellegrino. You're acting like I shot off fireworks in the room.
Yeah.
I will do the most minute thing. I don't care what it is. You will act like I have done a full production Broadway show. I opened a Pellegrino and you're like, pop to the kick to cat, cool.
Yeah, because it's loud in my ear. But yeah, I saw the video. I was like, Jesus. I was like, it's not all that. It's not all that, babe. And I get it. I know people get up in their feelings afterwards. You got eliminated. You're upset. You know what I mean? But not that was. It seemed very uncalled for. It seemed very wild.
It was a gag. I was gagged. That gagged me.
Yeah.
Gagged them a bit for sure. So Lux London Noir has said. So she does a thing where they're asking her how she's going to win the competition, and she says that thing that RuPaul says you should never do. And I get what RuPaul says not to do it too, because it's not a real plan. Where you say, I'm just gonna. RuPaul hates you. Go, how are you going to win? Well, I'm just gonna. And I feel like the producer asked Lux how she's going to win this show, and she goes, I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing. And I'm like, that doesn't seem like that doesn't sound like a plan.
I mean, it got her 2 wins.
But all I'm saying, it doesn't sound like a plan. When someone goes, when someone says, I'm just gonna go out there and be funny. That doesn't sound like a plan to me.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but it doesn't bother me. I'm like, she said, I'm just gonna keep what I'm doing. I'm just gonna like, yeah, I'm just gonna, that doesn't bother my ears holes as much as yours. But I get it.
So the next day, I walk into the workroom, and MIB says that she has left her congenial era. She's entering her chaotic era.
Bitch, that chaotic era has been since episode 1. I was like, if this bitch gets in one more era, every 5 minutes she's in a new era.
I think that Mistress is. I think she's obviously being a bit campy, and she knows that she's been in her chaotic era the entire time, and she is. You know, I'm really intrigued by Mistress. Some people can be villains and get away with it, and some people just kind of can't. And there does seem to be a certain factor in who can get away with being a villain for sure. But then again, there are a few Black girls who've gotten away with being villains too. I can only think of one Black girl who's effectively got away with being a villain. If you go back and watch Shangela on season 3, she fully throws a drink at someone. like
you bitch. Yeah.
Like she is but then like Alyssa Edwards was kind of a villain in her season. Raven was a villain in her season. Violet was a villain. Violet was a villain in her season.
Who was the villain of yours? Derek
Barry, yeah. Derek and kind of Betty.
Oh yeah, Betty. But Betty was mean. There's a difference between just mean to be mean and like a villain mean. Like Betty would just say that it is, not necessarily like stir the pot and be like a as someone watching the show, it didn't feel like Betty was like a villain like that. Like how like Alyssa Edwards would go up to a girl and be like, bitch, look how orange you look. Oh no, girl, you know what I mean? Betty didn't do that. Betty was like, well, the dress was ugly. That wig was crunchy. You still wore it.
There is a YouTube channel called I'm Doodles, and they do these RuPaul's Drag Race girl arguments, but as like reptiles. So it's like every birdie versus Serena Cha Cha, or every reptile versus Serena Cha Cha, and it's a bunch of like lizards and like crocodiles and all reptiles, and then the girl that's arguing in the middle. But it's done through these ridiculous. And I went back and watched the one with Serena Cha Cha. That was crazy. Those girls were really ganging up on her. It was kind of wild.
Bitch, those girls, everyone does. People are still ganging up on Serena Chacha online, on Twitter. Every day I'm seeing a tweet about her wigs, how she's shit, how she should kill herself. Like on Twitter. Like meaning like if someone makes like some joke about look, she went a Serena Chacha wig, but it's always that. Serena is still getting beat up on.
So it was wild. But and part of me is like, yeah, I'm sure I wasn't there, but it seems like the group consensus is that she was some kind of annoying in that moment and some sort of condescending in that moment. And everyone else in the room didn't appreciate it. But the optics of it, when you watch it back, it's like, damn, they are really all going, like with the ganja, they were all going in on her. Like it was just like, it was from every direction. I mean, from every direction, there was nothing she could do that where she could, and now I feel like the new one is Lucille Hoodoo, because we're gonna get into it, but we find out that they're doing a Rusical, they're doing Wigloose, which is obviously a play on Footloose, and they're all trying to pick their parts. So MIB is the preacher teacher. Sasha is Carl, the husband of the preacher teacher. Now, then we get to Lucy and Lux, who are fighting over the character Heaven Bacon, who's obviously a beast on Kevin Bacon. So they're going back and forth.
And then we're missing someone.
No, well,
I did.
Well, we got a few, but then it got to like, this is where they started arguing because
Anitra was the thing again.
Because Anitra chose to be the other teacher, and
Selena wanted
to be Tuck or Christian at some point. And then her role got changed too. So they get to Lux and Lucy. They're both fighting over the part, and then Lucy is like, I'm digging my heels in the sand. I'm not. And this is where people don't realize production does not step in. They literally, like, I had a thing on my season where we had to, like, we were trying to figure out who was going to be this one band for what style of music we had. And the producers, they do not step in. Like, there's even where you, like, look at the producers and they're like, you got to figure it out. Like, make it work. Make it designers. Make it work. So this is why we end up having auditions, rock, paper, scissors. And then what ended up happening here was Lucy was like, I'm just not giving up this part. This is not up for discussion. I'm not giving up this part. You've been in one of these stalemates before.
Yeah, myself and Trinity we both wanted to be Samantha in Sex and the City. And we did rock, paper, scissors. And I regret that to this day. I should have just been like, no.
Well, I think it worked out for you when you said. I
did, but maybe it could have been better.
Maybe she would have been in the bottom and you would have. Anyway, wait, was this on your season or the second season? This one the one you won.
All Stars, yeah, All Stars, yeah.
You did 2 All Stars, bitch.
The first one, bitch.
How am I supposed to know? All you said was All Stars. I can't remember.
Go ahead.
So they're going back and forth. Now Lucy is the first one to say, you know what? Fuck it. You can have. This was. I can't tell if Lux and Mistress are actually playing mind games or if this is just how they are. But Lucy goes, fuck it, you can have it. I don't want to play Heaven Bacon. And then once Lucy is like broken down, Lux goes, I don't want it.
Did she?
Yes, because then Lux goes, actually, I don't want Heaven Bacon because I could turn out any role. So I'll take Christian, you'll take Tuck, and then you can have Heaven Bacon.
Well, because but there was something made her do that. Like after that happened, someone said something.
It was Lucy giving up. It was Lucy going, fuck it, I don't care anymore. And then once Lucy had a big reaction, then Lux was like, you know what? I actually will, because I can turn any role and I can make any role work for me. I'm going to let you have Heaven Bacon. And then I think she swapped roles with
Selena.
With Selena.
Yeah, but that, good point though. That being said, the role was Lux's. Like Lux had this role because this comes back up later in a
No. Well, Lux had the role when Lucy gave it to her. Yes. But it was because Lucy gave it up because Lucy said, I don't want to argue anymore. So it was up in the air, and then Lucy said, fuck it, you can have it. And then once Lucy let it go, it was because Lucy stopped fighting.
But it was never Lucy's in the first place. It was no one. Then Lucy was like, I don't want to argue anymore. Like, whatever. Like, I'm done. So then it was Lux's role. Like, Lux is the only one that had the role first. Because
that's true. Yeah.
When Lucy says that, I'm like, it was never yours. Y'all were deciding. But
so
anyway,
you did watch The Untucked.
Yeah, I watched it.
But I guess the difference is because I'm trying to remember Lucy's exact words, but Lucy was like, "I gave you the role." Lucy was like, because they weren't tugging back and forth, and Lucy did say, "Okay, I'm done. You can have it. I'm giving it to you." And then on the runway, Lux was like, "Actually, I gave it," which is such a. But then also during this point, at this point, Mistress is like, I just kind of feel like you're not being genuine, and I feel like that would bother me too. That critique would also bother me.
Well, I think there is a piece in this. And again, these girls, they're together all the time. They're at the hotels together, maybe doing gym together, pull together, whatever it is. And maybe there is something about. I mean, as a viewer watching Lucy,
y'all spent a lot of time together at the hotel.
Like we would like go to you can go to the gym and stuff in pairs. We would go, me, Valentina, and Naomi go get our nails done together, or like we would do it in pairs or in triplets.
They let us go to the gym they let us go to the gym like once every 3 days. Otherwise, they're like, work out in your room. And
me and Shay went to the gym. Me and Shay also, we went to the gym every morning together, pretty much.
They told us we can go to the gym once every 3 days. Otherwise, they told us you to work out in your room. And they let you go to the pool once. But also like, when would you be at what time would you be at
on the weekends? Because you shot Sunday to Sunday, right?
We shot Saturday to Sunday. No, Monday to Saturday. So we only had Sundays off. We actually had no days off because on Sundays we did our interviews. So we actually didn't have any days off.
Oh no, honey! The union came in and got our seasons together, honey. We shot Monday through Friday on all 3 seasons I've done. Yeah,
must be nice.
So we had the weekends off.
But anyway, how would you feel being Lucy in this like situation?
If I was Lucy, I think
maybe we had Saturdays off and we filmed on Sundays. It might be Monday through Friday, Saturdays off, filming again on Sundays. I think it was Sunday through Friday.
For confessionals. If I was Lucy, I would. It does feel like everyone is ganging up on Lucy, but. And again, in a lot of the fallouts of the episode, Lucy is kind of always like, I should have won. And she seems a little over it. And that may be why the girls are getting a little sour to her. But I don't know because I'm not there. But that is what I'm getting from watching the screen. I'm like, every week this bitch is like, I'm over. I should have won. I was better than the rest of you. Like, why didn't I win? Like, that's the energy and the vibe. So that maybe like at this point, this is like what, 4 weeks at this point? You're like, if this bitch say this shit one motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like, it may be that, you know?
They've been there for way more than 4 weeks. That's how I was thinking about this. I was there for a month and a half, and I did 9 episodes. They were on episode 12.
And that was 6 weeks for us. I don't know why it took y'all so long.
I don't know either. So anyway, so all the parts have now been distributed amongst the girls. The girls is this, but then during the rehearsals, basically, by the way, everyone goes to. Does it feel like everyone goes to Selena to trauma dump or to like talk about their feelings?
I think Selena has one of those personalities because Lucy does that to her. Oh wait, I want to say this too. This is such a timely musical. I know Drag Race, and I know these legislations have been in the works for a long time, but especially right now with the drag ban, this seems so like it's happening. This episode's coming out truly at the right time.
Did you hear about
oh God, what now?
Hold on. Make sure I get his name right. Okay. Did you hear about the fact that Trump might be getting indicted
on Monday?
Tomorrow or whatever. It could be. There's many. This is crazy. Sorry to. Maybe we'll do a Patreon exclusive or something. It's bananas.
Also, let's just say what time it is so people know when we're recording.
It is Saturday, March 18th at 10
7:14.
10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is just crazy. Anyway,
Girl. And he's already telling people to protest, and if I get indicted, make sure you protest and blah 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 blah. I'm like, he's inciting a fucking thing. He can get probably charged for that shit too, but he won't.
He'll already be in jail. Isn't it kind of crazy that like this whole thing started with lock her up and bitch? If he gets arrested, Hillary Clinton's gonna be just like, and you know New York City's gonna go crazy if he gets arrested. They're gonna
Staten
be
Island. Oh, Staten Island gonna be crazy. All right.
It's gonna be a party, and they can burn that whole fucking place down, and no one will come. The smell.
Oh my God.
The smell will affect the rest of us, but in the rest of the boroughs, we'll be fine, honey.
We have Staten Island people, Staten Islandery, who watch
y'all
this
better get out of there.
podcast.
Y'all better get out of there. Y'all better get out of there, honey.
Okay, we got to keep on moving on. We have delineated.
Well, it's just such crazy news. So anyway, Lucy says she's triggered by people laughing at her when she talks.
She's triggered. Wait, I don't know. She's triggered by people laughing at her.
Like the way she talks. I mean, I understand.
When she's talking to Selena, not the girls in the room.
Yeah. I mean, I understand. I have this podcast that I do where my friend like makes fun of everything I say and the way I say it, and the way I open sodas, the way I the way I say I went and got silverware. So I get it.
That is rich coming from Mr. Air, here, dear, near, mirror. That's rich. Literally, I can't say one of those words without you critiquing how I say it. So that's rich.
Speaking of rich, tell me more about your childhood.
No, don't change the subject, bitch. Anyway.
You literally make fun of the way I talk all the time. So I think there's a commonality here.
Okay, no one is saying that, but you acting like you're just like you coming out here scot free.
You think there's a commonality here?
Commonality about the fucking hairs on my balls, bitch. Commonality that.
Not the hairs. Were you saying hairs? Were you saying the hairs or the? Were you saying your balls can hear? I didn't know which one it was.
But okay, yes. Oh, so after talking to RuPaul, everyone's having their moment with RuPaul, and we found out that Sasha thinks that like Sasha's family is again, as queer people, we know this. A lot of us have this history with our families, whatever. But it is Christians to me, and again, as someone who I don't say I believe in a higher power. There's a higher power. I believe in that stuff, but organized religion and people, and I know these people.
You sound like you really believe it. Yeah.
I don't know, because we talked about this so many times in this podcast. Everyone knows where I am on that. But like people who are super religious, like they really believe that people be like you are going to go to hell because you suck dick or because you eat pussy and it's the same sex. Like people truly believe that.
Well, I mean, I will be honest. It makes more sense for the people in my mind, the people who are Christian who believe that, and the people who are Christian and don't believe it. Because in my mind, there's a real cognitive dissonance where you like listen to all the stuff in the Bible and you're like, but not that part. I don't believe that part. Everything else I believe, but not that. So you have to engage in some sort of cognitive dissonance in order to be a Christian and be like, well, I just think that for me, in my opinion, that was my journey with Christianity. I just had to ignore big chunks of the Bible in order to justify still being a Christian. And just be like, well, that doesn't apply to me.
But the people who don't believe that stuff, and this one woman in particular I follow on TikTok, she's a preacher, she's a pastor, but she does not believe on the gay stuff, and she goes into detail on her TikTok, like
you mean the mistranslations and
it's not what the Bible originally was saying, that this is what people have translated into and what they have made it into. So people who normally believe that homosexuality is okay, they're looking at like the real motherfucking text, not this fake shit we've made up over the past 2,000 years.
I think it's all fake shit. But I'm also not interested in giving validation to the Bible. It doesn't need me. The Bible's actually doing quite well for itself without me. And my words will not harm the PR movement that is Christianity, because it seems to be doing very, very well all on its own. But you are right. It is. There are a lot of people who think that you're going to go. I mean, I feel like I'm just not a Christian anymore, so it's really hard for me to be in that mindset because I haven't been a Christian for so long. But I do remember thinking that people would go to hell for doing certain things. That was like a really big part of my.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because you were taught that at church.
Yeah. And then when Lucy goes to apologize to Selena for her behavior when they were picking the roles, whatever, and then like. she's like crying, she's having this thing, and then she has this like really sharp turn. I'm like, does Lucy realize the cameras are on? And then why I kind of see why Mistress thinks she's being disingenuous, because she like has this turn and she's like, I need to think more about myself, and like she just like cuts the tears off in like a real, it feels very weird like watching this. Did you feel weird watching this scene? It felt like she was like putting on a little bit. Oh my God, I was watching, me and Andy, we both looked at each other like, does this bitch realize there are cameras on her? Like, it felt like she was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I need to be more selfless. I'm really sorry for my behavior. You know what? I need to think more about myself. Tears were off, and she was like, I was like, this felt very strange.
Yeah, I mean, maybe she's just going through her whole, I don't know. I do know that watching, during the rehearsals, it looks like Lucy was enjoying watching Mr. Struggle. It looked like she was,
for sure.
She was, but that could have all been editing. Who knows? But it looked like every time the camera cut back, Lucy was like, "Yeah, bitch, yeah, bitch."
I was also talking about Selena talking to Rue. Like Selena, I mean, from the first road, Rue's like, Selena, how you doing? Puddles. Oh, bitch, Puddles the clown. Selena gets very emotional, and she kind of says to Rue how she's often perceived, like she's not perceived as competition in this competition, and that feels bad to her, and she's neither this nor this or all these things. And Rue's like, stop. Rue's like, you are making all of these things up. He's like, just be the fierce you that you are. And I was like, honestly, sometimes it's really hard to shut down that noise zone. I know RuPaul is, of course, RuPaul probably struggles as well, but sometimes it's really hard to turn off that noise. That it's not even noise that anyone else can hear. It's just your own shit, your own, literally some inner saboteur shit. And I feel for Selena in this moment.
Yeah, she seems pretty upset, but she seems to gather it together pretty quickly and get prepared for the challenge when they start doing their rehearsals. And I mean, I guess it kind of looks a little bit like Mistress is struggling, and looks a little bit like Anitra is struggling. But I wasn't really concerned for them, because they both seem to be pretty good dancers in the great scheme of things,
Yeah.
Also,
New York City.
Yeah, welcome to the city. During this makeup moments, okay, MIB is wild for this Ducey bit. That was wild. That I was like, if I was Lucy, I'd be like, I have to leave. This is crazy. They were like, yeah, I work with this one girl. Her name was Ducey. I'd be like, this is nonstop. This is crazy.
Ducey to Duca. I mean, it's all it's all just a little shade. Or maybe it's not a little shade anymore. It's medium shade at this point.
I think it's easy to say a little shade when it's not you. I think when it's not
for sure,
it's easy to be like, it's just a little shade, but it is it is clearly affecting Lucy. Like, obviously. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Go ahead.
And then they start talking about Drag Queen Story Hour a little bit.
Yeah, and they show a picture of a local sober queen here in LA. Well, sorry, let me not say that. I forgot to say that, but I think she's also from LA. Anyway, they show a picture of a queen reading a Drag Queen Story, and me and Andy are like, oh my God, it's Pickles. It was very nice to see her on TV.
You'll love her. You were out.
Get down.
You were out of sober queen. Was the last thing you do.
Move.
Let's have a conversation about this Rusical. This is one of the best Rusicals that has been on Drag Race in a very long time. Very good. I was watching with a couple of queers, I think that we kind of agreed this is the best one since All Stars 3, Women of the World, the one where Let Them Eat Cake and Annie Oakley. I think it's the best one since then.
2.
No, that's 3. Alaska 1, 2. Or was it 2?
It was 2.
With Ginger Minge as 2. Okay,
that's 2.
Yeah,
yes,
2.
Because Alyssa Edwards was 2.
Yeah. That was that was an amazing. But it was very good. Everyone was good. There was nothing. I can't think of anything bad to say about anyone's performance. Everyone killed every word, every step, every move, every dance. It was just amazing.
Also, I think too, the story was was a story that made sense and was very easy to follow. I think sometimes I think of back to Kardashian the musical and some other ones. It's like sometimes the story is so you're like, what is the goal here at the end of the story? This was very well done, very well put together, and the story was nice to follow, which made it good to watch.
Maybe it's because they're just taking a successful play that already exists and just working around that, just kind of parodying that thing, as opposed to when it comes to the Kardashians story, there is no end to it, and it's still ongoing. And they were kind of creating it and molding it as it was happening. Maybe that's what it is, you know?
Yeah. Oh, what the one last season, Moulin Rouge is very good too.
I didn't love Moulin Rouge. I didn't think it was bad, but I didn't love it. Like I think some of my favorite musicals are Wigloose. I liked The Women of History. I liked Bitch Perfect. I liked those are my favorite ones probably. How about you?
Madonna was also, I think.
Yeah, I think
Madonna
was really good. Madonna was really good. Moulin Rouge was really good. This one's really good. And Women of the World. I mean, Women of the World was good. I wouldn't say it was one of my favorites though. And yeah, that's probably it for me. Oh, season 6 with Adore, the ballet. It wasn't a Rusical, but it was before they were calling it Rusicals.
Oh, that was and stuff?
Very good.
They were singing live in that one.
Yes, and that was very good. That was a very good musical.
I have to go back and watch it. I don't remember much. I have to go back and watch it.
Yeah.
One of my least favorite ones was when they did Rats. Oh, I couldn't stand that one. They did it in the UK.
Oh, I don't remember.
It was the Cats parody. That one drove me nutty as squirrel turd. Truly. I don't know what it was about that one. I don't know what it was about that one. I just did not. Ooh, that one was tough on me. Also, the voices on the people singing in those, they were singing. I was like, y'all better work. It just sounded so good. I was so gagged.
Yeah, they were really, really good. You know, on season All Stars 4, Everybody Say Love, that's Lizzo.
Yeah.
And
the other one, and the other one too. She did both of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shall we go over everyone? I think Lucy off the bat. Lucy.
Well, let's start with RuPaul and the judges.
Oh, well, we're talking about their runway looks already. We went on the runway yet.
We can talk about their runway and their performances simultaneously. Okay. I think
I'm down.
So I think this dress is so cute. This like
I fucking love it.
Seatbelt or straps or whatever the hell it is. It looks really great.
It looks like an Hervé bandana dress, but I don't think it's Hervé, but it's great. I want this dress. I fucking want this dress. It looks so cool.
And I mean, don't tell Ross Matthews, don't tell Selena, but I really like Ross's outfit too.
Yeah, I think Ross having that pussy bow, that zebra print pussy bow, it's very cute with this like wedged Chelsea boot. I think she looks cute.
Yeah, everyone looks great. Michelle looks like
Orville is hot.
Michelle looks like the dance emoji. The dancing emoji. And Orville Redenbacher Orville Peck.
He looks so cute. I love that this like stone flames and having the stones flamed under the hat. I think it was a nice touch. He looks great.
Yeah, looks really good. Lucy LaDuca. I hated her outfit, but I know that wasn't on her. I hated most of their outfits. Most of the outfits were just so bad. I know that had nothing to do with them, but every time I looked at the outfit, it was upsetting. It was very upsetting. Why was she dressed like a kid? Because in Footloose, Ren McCormick isn't dressed like a child. Okay, so Kevin Bacon's character name is Ren McCormick. Ren McCormick isn't dressed like a child. Like, why is he dressed like why is Lucy dressed like bananas and pajamas or whatever it is, the big comfy couch? I hated that.
I've never seen Footloose, so I have no idea.
He wears jeans and a white t-shirt, and then holds a Walkman and wears headphones.
Yeah. I don't know, but I think the outfits were fine. It didn't bother me too much, and I think Lucy's performance was incredible. And she was in it for like pretty much the entire time, which opens yourself up to falter more times and to have some mistakes. And not once. Her lip sync was perfect. Her acting was great. I thought Lucy she killed it.
I agree. And I honestly think that she was the best person for this role. Looking at it, I don't think that. Yeah. Lux. I actually think that maybe what's her name could have done this role as well.
Selena
could have done this role as well. But I do think that Lucy is watching it all out, I think that Lucy was more fit for this role personally.
Yeah, which was so funny because they were arguing her that she doesn't really see herself in it, and she was like, "Yes, I do. Like these are the things." And Mistress and Alexa kind of be like, "But do you really though? I think that's more me." So
yeah, they're like, "It's not you. Just say you want to win the challenge." And I was, this is wild. That being said, I do not like this look. And she was like, I designed. She's like, I designed the whole thing, and I was like, don't tell anyone that. This is not the look of this thing.
That shit looked like that. She put the scaly looking things at her midsection. Why the fuck would you do that? Also, and she's gonna do the web hand thing. They should have made sure, because it's web, but there are pockets of air between the fingers and makes it look weird. They should have been like pressed or melted in the middle to make it look more like an amphibian.
I would have actually done mesh in the webbing.
Yeah, that or that.
Yeah, no, I do not like this look, and it doesn't
not good.
It looks like it doesn't look good, and also I feel like no matter what she, with the exception of her Nosferatu look, she almost always wears the same hair and makeup. It's like it always is like the same coiffed hair, and she'll just put it on any look. So I'm like, girl, if you're the creature from the Blue Lagoon, then be the creature from the Blue Lagoon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, wet hair or something. You know what I mean? Like it was not great, and I hated this so much, and I feel like. Anyway, I feel like if she would have had a better runway look, she could have won the challenge. Because her and Mistress were the best. Anyway, we'll get there. Continue.
So let's go on to Anitra. And as we were watching Anitra's performance, I was like, Anitra's gonna win. As we were watching it was she was doing a good job, but it was also the editing. I was like, Anitra's gonna win. And everyone was like, I was like, I'm telling you right now, I know this editing. Anitra is going to win. Because they're here before they kept cutting back to the judges looking like they kept cutting back the judge doing that. And I mean, and I do think Anitra actually did a good job. I do think she did a good job though. But it also was kind of weird, like why were they trying to like the choreographer was trying to like stress Anitra out and was like, I know you have a ballet, but I'm gonna teach you some choreography right now. Like the same choreography that everyone else has to learn, but you need to learn it right now. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, I thought Anisha did a good job too. Again, no one was bad. I thought she did a good job, but I did not think that, again, one more time, Anisha was great, but it wasn't the best. You know what I mean? And I think this runway look, like the category was like glove yourself, whatever it is. I think that
everybody say gloves.
Oh, everybody say gloves. We could have been a little more inventive with this outfit. Like the outfit is fine, but I think Anitra has served us some really dope looks this season. And for a glove runway, I was expecting something a little more like fiercer.
I think she looks good. This is very in line with what Anitra's been wearing the whole season. And I don't think the gloves are the focus of this outfit. But to be fair, I don't feel that way for most of these looks. And I think so. The short answer, does she look good? Yes. Is it about the gloves? Not really.
Yeah, and I'm sure she's wearing Creepy Yeha, that Chicago designer. And again, Anitra always looks good. So I was just expecting something a little more, give me a little more pizzazz, Miss Anitra, but
a little more glovely.
Yeah. Let's go
on to Mistress Isabel Brooks, and I have an outfit almost just like this, which is kind of crazy, actually.
I'm Patrick Howell probably made this one. Did Patrick Howell made your other one?
Yeah, Patrick Howell made mine. There's probably again, I it just doesn't seem like it's really about the gloves. Like it doesn't. I mean, she looks stunning, and she did really well in the challenge as well. But I just would not see this and think to myself, it's about them. It's all about the gloves. You know what I mean? But let's talk about the challenge.
Trying to sell the fantasy that these were part of the glove. Like in her walk when she was running the runway, she was like, I have these puffy sleeve gloves. So I think the puffs are supposed to be part of the gloves.
She said it looks like these puffs are part of the gloves, which is what she said, which I thought was very interesting phrasing. It looks like these puffs are part of the gloves. But when I looked at it, it just looked like a shawl. It looked like a shawl.
A shawl. Yeah, me. I agree.
And then it looks like she's trying to sell us that as part of the glove, which she knows it's not, and we know it's not.
In the challenge, I think that Mistress fucking nailed it. Like Lucy, I think that Lucy and Mistress were the best in the challenge. They were so good. Her first opening number was so dynamic. She was nailing the lip sync, all her little things she did on stage. I thought it was so well done. And again, we didn't really understand why her character turned in the end. Her character was just like, okay, but it's Drag Race. It's such a challenge. Like, we get it.
Well, that's kind of, they were kind of doing a nod to Hairspray and You Can't Stop the Beat. So the end of Hairspray, for those of you who don't know, at the end of Hairspray, basically everyone asked the villains to be like, join us, and they're like, okay, and then they join. It's kind of like the whole bit. It seemed like that was what they were going for, which I didn't mind because it's a nod to Broadway. But I agree. Mistress was very good. She was incredible.
It really was. And I mean, I know they were like, oh, Monet, we get you, like, Mistress. I'm trying to be as objective as I can be. She just did a great fucking job. What do y'all want from me? Like, it's not my fault she's doing a good job. Anyways, but that being said, I agree. I mean, she did put let me tell you, a Southern pageant bitch will take some fierce drag jewels and have them dangle over their hand and give you a Southern pageant bitches love that shit. I love it. I want to start doing that. Every look at now, I'm gonna just have a plate full of just dripping in sequin, just holding it.
You should ask Mrs. to be a drag mom.
Anyway, up next,
should have you.
Lux London Noir.
This is a really creative take on gloves. I love that she has these casts. Also, do you realize that this is literally the wig from Michelle from the Destiny Child puppets?
Oh my God, it sure is.
This is literally that wig, which is so
it works so perfectly. It works so perfectly. It's a really dope take on gloves. Not anything I would ever think of doing, or I think it's so smart, so cute, and I love this look. This like alt hot topic bitch. I think she looks fucking great. I love this look. She looks incredible.
Yeah, with 2 broken arms. I love this. This is really, really fun. She looks amazing. This is great. I love this.
Yeah. And the challenge, I thought Lux was good. I thought she did a good job. I love the little Madonna look at the end. I thought that was very cute. One of the looks that I enjoyed in the show. But her and Selena were good.
I think they had I don't think these looks were brought by the girls. I think that these looks were provided for them. So
for sure.
But I did love all of them doing their celebrity impersonation looks. Yeah. They were very cute.
It was good.
And she did a good job in the chat. I mean, everyone did a good job. Everyone did a really good job. Let's go to Selena S. Titties, who I thought was great in the challenge. I really loved her performance.
So good.
She really ate that up.
Yeah, I would put her like Mistress and Lucy were the best. Selena was like right under there. And to your point, I think that if Selena had Lucy's role, she would have shut it down too. Selena was very good. Like even like I would catch herself in little moments when the camera was on someone else, but she's in the corner. She would like she was always in it, always acting in the role. And I thought she did a great job.
Yeah, I agree. She was great. She embodied her character in and out of drag really nicely. I was into it. I do not love this look on the runway. I don't understand why it's a face. It's a face. Are the gloves the ears?
No, I think the gloves are just supposed to be gloves for the sake of being gloves. But when I saw the gloves so big, I thought maybe she was doing like some like weird take. Like when she just came out the corner, I thought she was doing like a weird take on him. Do you know him from Powerpuff Girls? Mm-hmm. I thought maybe it was going to be that. But yeah, I don't love this look so much as either. What?
Can you do him impersonation one more time?
Why is that funny?
I don't know. Just something about that was funny because it doesn't really sound like him. I mean, I'm also not great at impersonations. Also, his voice is like echoey. He's like Powerpuff Girls.
Oh yeah,
but it also echoes. You're doing the plant from Little. But he goes, I have a question for you. But it also has a filter on it anyway.
Honestly, he was one of the original queer icons. Him was such a faggot. I fucking used to love him. And I remember watching as a kid, knowing that him was a little different. And now as an adult, I know why. And I realized, oh my God, him was probably like one of my first queer awakenings. I was like, that's cool. That's fair. Is this man in heels?
Oh, and him was doing pronouns before anyone was saying the him said up front. My pronouns are he, him.
Let's go on last to Sasha Colby. We gotta talk about this look. Bitch, this was such a smart and fucking cool way to do gloves. I love this outfit so much.
This is the best. I will say this, out of all the looks, this is the only look that I would be like, is the category gloves. This is the only one that I'd be like, is it gloves? Because although Selena did, I feel like I'm more focused on the face on her body than I am on the gloves with Selena. This is the only one to me that screams, this is about gloves. And this is
so dope.
This is the best look on the runway in my humble opinion. It looks so cool. It looks like something you see in a magazine. Like it's so cool.
It's so cool. The only thing I was looking at her eye makeup. I don't know why she brought her eye makeup so far down under her eye. I was like, bitch, she is doing this smoky eye down to her fucking dimples. I was like, why is it so low? But
big black eyes.
Big black eyes. But bitch, you talking about me smudges in circles. This is Queen smudges in circles. But I love this glove look. I thought it was so cool. I want to wear this. She looks sexy. She looks hot. I love this outfit.
I agree. And I thought in the challenge, she was great. I love that she played a man in the challenge. Everyone played a man in the challenge. But she played the bushest of all the men. Not everyone. Mistress didn't, and neither did Anitra.
Nope. Anitra,
Mistress and Anitra. But I love that she was really funny, and I hated her dress, but it wasn't her fault. It was like
that green dress, right?
Oh God of mercy! I would have been mad if I was. I'm like, we gotta fix this, Mama. We gotta fix this.
It took me back to old Bob the Drag Queen 2 dress, honey. That's what I was getting.
It was not great. But she looks great here, and she was great in the challenge. What's your favorite look of the night?
Oh, Sasha for sure. This is great.
Too.
I mean, Lux is a close second. I really like Lux's too, but this is just so fierce. And my least favorite, Lucy. That outfit is so fucking ugly.
Same. I agree. And I just was glad that she was like, and I designed this from head to toe. I was like,
well, Bob, she brings a Drag Race. She thinks it looks really good.
I understand that. And listen, I was on Drag Race wearing some crazy questionable stuff too. In my defense, it was, but I think because of that perspective, we are allowed and we have a grand understanding of what it means to wear very nice clothes and what it means to wear very crummy clothes.
Now we gotta get to the who should go home and why. This was a good one. We get this question every season, but sometimes they're dramatic, sometimes they're not. This was so dramatic, and I lived for every moment.
Who should go home y por qué? It was definitely wild. And I want to go down the line and say who said who. Lucy said Selena, Anitra said Selena, Mistress said Sasha, Lux said Lucy, Selena said Lucy, and Sasha said Lucy.
Yes, and every time someone says Selena,
we have 3 Lucys and 3 Selenas.
Every time someone says Selena, Selena was like, she's giving them the eye, to the face, and you know what? And it's tough being the first person, right? But I think that if I was there, because when they say I'm going to send on my biggest competition, I'm like, boo, give us
that's a shit answer. That's a boring answer.
I hate it.
During that time, they admitted that it was diplomatic to answer that way. They were like, I was just trying to give a diplomatic answer, and I just wanted to go ahead and be diplomatic. They kind of admitted that. And I can't believe they let Sasha get away with saying 2 names. I cannot believe they let Sasha get away with saying 2 names. That is wild to me because Sasha said Lux and Lucy. And I cannot believe they weren't like, no. We need 1. I'm gagged at that, actually.
But because you're so diplomatic, it was not going to be juicy anyway. So it was like, okay, whatever,
But I do think that if they were to make her say 1, it could have got at least a little bit juicy. But I'm really gagged to let her get away with that. I do not like sending home my big girl. That's just such a cop out answer, and we know why you're saying that. Like we know, right. Like you know why you're saying it. We know why you're saying it. Let's all stop pretending here.
Bitch, fucking Lux going down the.
A dissertation
for every girl. I was like, this is gonna work. And then landing on Lucy.
Well, it was the way she said it. She gave everyone compliments, and then Lucy was like, and Lucy's good at what she does. However,
so good.
Did you make it to this one? Did you ever do this on your?
I did. This is when everyone said the Vixen, I think.
Is that who you said?
I don't remember.
Was this when the Vixen was lip syncing against Mo Hart and did that? She did that cartwheel, the legendary cartwheel.
Yeah, or maybe I think so.
It was a mermaid episode. I remember now. I remember because that's when Eureka and the Vixen got into the argument on the main stage while dressed like mermaids on the main stage. While dressed like mermaids. Yeah. That was a wild one. On my season, everyone said either Chi-Chi or Derek.
Who did you say?
I think I said Derek.
And that's why Derek don't like you.
To be fair, all the black girls said Derek, and everyone else said Chi-Chi.
All the black girls, you, Chi-Chi, and who?
Naomi Smalls. Oh my
god. Oh my god. Because Naomi was not at the top or the bottom that week, right? Wasn't Naomi safe? You are so dramatic and so extra.
I cannot. Naomi, I want to validate your blackness. So anyway,
she doesn't need you to validate her blackness. She's good.
Yeah, she doesn't need you to invalidate. Who do you think should go home? Who do you think should go home, Mo?
If I was there, I would have said Selena. She doesn't have any wins, and she lip synced the most times. And yeah, that's what I would have said. Who would you have said?
I would have said Selena too. But the reason you said it is basically what Lucy said. And then for some reason, Lucy was like, Selena was not going to let, of all the girls, 3 girls said her name. She was like, I'm going to zero in on you. But I think it's because earlier in that day,
the trauma dump.
Lucy confided in her and she was like, okay, yeah, I'm here for you, girl. And then she was like, and I would like to send you home. So
that's shady.
How would I feel if I was, but also, I mean, is that shady? If that's her real opinion, like if I'm your friend, like part of me is like, yeah, we're friends, but also like I don't think that someone else should go home over you just because you let me tell you about my trauma. Is that shady?
I would be like, yes, I'd be like, because you're like, I'm so happy you're here for me. I'm happy we're sisters and we're in this together. And I'd be like, but you should go home because you suck. That's shady. Then don't come and talk to me, bitch.
I don't think that Lucy says she sucks.
But obviously, but tell me I should go home and that you don't think I should win a competition. Like you want me to leave. Like that's shady.
But then again, I don't think it's shady because to be fair, it's not like Lucy just offered this information of her own the way that Mistress did in the Untucked. Mistress was like, well, what I said on stage was Sasha, but actually it should be you, Lucy. And that was completely unprovoked, unnecessary. There was no reason to say it. No one asked. She just was just like, I just want you to know that I told RuPaul. And you know I'm telling the truth. She goes, I want you to know that I told RuPaul that it should be Sasha. But in reality, I think it should be you. And then she goes, I'm just kidding. Like, what the fuck is going, like, what is happening?
I will say it's making it spicy though. It's giving us good Untucked, good TV. So
like unprovoked out of nowhere, not asked. No one even asked her this. But then I actually think that Lucy answered it in a really honest way. I think that Lucy did not, pull well, you let me borrow this shirt. You know what I mean? She just straight up said, I don't think you're doing as well. Not based on my critiques, based on the judge's critiques. I think you have received the worst critiques. That's another thing. Lucy didn't say you're doing the worst. She said she's received the worst critiques.
Yeah.
She didn't say, I think you're doing poorly. She said the judges think you're doing poorly. And therefore, based on their judgment of you, I think you should go home.
Yeah, I agree. I think Lucy answered it in a very diplomatic way.
That wasn't diplomatic. Actually, it wasn't diplomatic. I think what the other girls did. I think what the other girls doing was diplomatic. It was pageantry. What Sasha and Mistress were doing, sitting on my biggest competition, that was diplomacy and pageantry. And I think that what Lucy did was actually the most earnest, honest answer.
Well, I guess that's true. Well, you know what? Listen, the entire episode, she's kind of been, but again, I think this is we cannot just look at this. This episode does not exist in a vacuum. There have been other episodes before this where Lucy has exhibited behavior that has rubbed people the wrong way, and this is building up to this point. Like, she has been having this rapport with these girls for the past 10 weeks. No, so however many weeks. So it's not that it just happened overnight. This is a long time coming. So, she can't be upset about it because this is her relationship she's built with these girls. This rapport.
But who can't be upset about it, Lucy or
Lucy?
Well, she can't be upset about it?
I mean, sure, she can be upset about it, but as if you're watching it, like, I understand that this has been building up. Like, every week she's kind of had this discourse with these girls.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it doesn't make it less upsetting,
No,
like,
sure.
damn,
She can be upset if she wants.
Everyone thinks I'm fake, and yeah, I would have been like, I mean, she didn't seem to be like, why, bitch? Like Anitra said to her, Anitra said Selena, and Mistress said Selena. So I just don't know.
Selena?
I wrote that down.
I don't think so.
Oh no,
Mistress did not say Selena.
Sorry, no. Lux said Lucy, Selena said Lucy. Wait, I wrote that Mistress said Selena. Why did I write that down?
Mistress did not say Selena.
No, I wrote Sasha. Never mind. Sorry. So let me. The names look so similar. Sasha and Selena look similar when I wrote them down. Lucy said Selena. Anitra said Selena. Mistress said Sasha. Lux said Lucy. Selena said Lucy. And then Sasha said Lucy and Lux.
Yeah.
That was what happened.
Yeah.
So
now, when RuPaul chooses the bottom two, do you think that's why Lucy ended up there? Because Lucy's performance was so good. She, in my opinion, there's no fucking way she should have been in the bottom at all. She did a great job in the challenge.
Well, I do think everyone did a good job. I do think Lucy did a particularly great job, but Lucy also had a particularly bad runway.
Yeah. I think it's one of those instances where the runways really do matter. And Selena and Lucy had the worst runways.
They're bada bing, bada boom, as they say in New York City. I'm from New York City, so I don't have
no one says I'm New York City.
No, I'm from New York City. I'm not talking. Bada boom. I'm in New York City, and I'm in New York City, and I said bada bing, bada boom. No one says that. I mean, I'm literally in New York City. And I said bada bing, bada boom. So
we prove it. Go outside and buy it and go to the corner store. Prove it.
I'll be back. And I'm back.
First of all, that comes in your room. I know exactly what hotel you at, so don't try it.
Try these nuts.
And they're salty, like them chips.
Anyway, so we found at the bottom two are Lucy and Selena, and I don't think anyone crushed the other one in this lip sync.
This song to me is giving very, very Boys Mind. It's very middle of the road, and yes, it's a very popular song because of Stranger Things, but like it's not a song that like has like a big payoff. Like it stays very mid. So this may be a hard song to lip sync to. But that being said, when Selena did the hand reveals, I thought that was at least something and something a little fun. But I think at this point the judges were like, "This is your fourth time, and I don't think it's gonna work out."
I was watching. I can't remember who, but someone was like, "Isn't Kate Bush dead?" I was like, No, not at all. Kate Bush is very much alive, and she's not that old. She's in her 60s. She's not that old. Not that you have to be over 60 to die. But anyway, I think that
it does help though.
It doesn't hurt. It certainly doesn't hurt.
It actually does.
Being 60 hurts.
To die.
Whoa, that's peaceful ways. Allegedly. What do we know? None of us have died. Well, there's someone out there. If you've died, as Winnie Williams said, put your hand. I don't know what you're agreeing to. I want to hear the thing before I start shaking your hand. Put your hand down. You want to shake your hand before I hear what you're about to say?
Can you give me a death pact that we're gonna try our best to die at the same time?
Absolutely not.
Why?
I don't want to try to die at the same time as you. What if you're rushing off to it? What if you're heading there quicker than me? I mean, I don't know what my death will be, but I just have this feeling that I'm going to live like way longer than I need to. Like I have this feeling I'm going to be like so old and so in pain and so raggedy and so broken down. And I feel like around like 10 years before I die, I'm going to be like, I should have died 10 years ago. And then another 10 years and then I'll die. That's what I feel for me.
Remember when you went to that thing when you wanted to record your death video or whatever it is every year to be played at your funeral or some weird shit?
You stop putting my business out on the street? This was never public information.
You talked about it on the podcast. Yes, you did. You absolutely did.
We'll see. And maybe I have recorded my video.
No, because you'd ask me to be in it.
No, it's gonna be a solo video. It's not a podcast, bitch. You record your own video. It's not a podcast. You think I want to argue with you in my last video I ever put out? You think I want to be arguing with your black ass in my last video I put out, bitch?
Wow. First of all, I'm not black and brown.
Not one of those. Not one of these. You gonna be like Raven Simone? I'm not African American. I'm American.
And Oprah.
So, yeah,
when people say that to me in middle school, I used to be like, bitch, you're black. What the fuck are you talking about? Nah, I'm not black. I'm brown.
My idea, to anyone who's listening who doesn't know, my idea was that I was going to every year record a video and have it scheduled to release on like January 1st. And it's going to say, if you're watching this video, I'm already dead. But then every year I don't die, I'll just reset the video. And then every couple of years, I'll probably do a new one. I don't think I can do one every year. I think I can do one every couple of years, every 5 years maybe.
Bob, the amount of things that happen in the span of a year, you would have to do it every year. So much happens in your life and your career. Like,
I'm not recapping. It's not a recap of my life. It's just like a thank you so much for everyone who's supported me throughout my career and my life. It's not like and then this year I did this.
Who gets to release it? Can I release it? I want to put it on. I'm going to put it on my YouTube.
It's on my YouTube page, and it is scheduled to be released on the 1st of January every year.
Bob, why? No, I want to monetize it.
You can't, Monet. I think I've given you enough, Nepo baby.
Bitch, Nepo baby. Anyway, so Selena Estides loses the lip sync, and she goes home. But, there's always all-stars. Like, you can't... like
according to that Ross video, there might not be. She said...
Right.
Did she say... What does she say? Fuck you, faggot. What do you know about fashion?
I think, yeah, fuck that faggot. It's a little harsh, but, anything can happen.
Yeah, people have been much harsher to the judges and RuPaul and still made it back. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, long story short, Selena has gone home. Anitra won the challenge. I don't think that Lucy crushed her in the lip sync, but I do think that it was time for Selena to go home.
Yeah, and that leaves only 5 girls. Bob, we're in theory, I think we're 2 episodes away from the finale, which I cannot wait to see.
Didn't season 14 have a top 5?
Yes, they did.
Maybe it's maybe next week's the finale. We don't
I know. Who knows?
I would like to go back to a top 3 format. That would be nice for me.
I hope, here's my hopes. I hope it's top 3, and I hope it's similar to what it did last season, where you get to prepare a number. Like, last season, the finale performances were so fucking good. It was so entertaining to watch, and people got everything. They got prepared numbers, and there was a final lip sync for the finals one. So I would really like them to go back to prepared numbers. Like, I remember the one that really sticks in my mind is Diabetes Number was so good when she did that outfit, and when she went down, it flipped into those feathers, and it looked like she was like some type of alien creature. Like, I really, really, really hope we get to do that next year. I really hope so. I mean, this year for the finale.
It was good. I believe that. But if they do that, look right now. People already think that no one can. If people already think that no one can touch Sasha, if they get to make their own numbers, Sasha's going to fucking.
Oh my god, that sound is so... I can't. Colleen is reacting.
Yeah, no, it is. She's going to. Y'all just go watch Sasha Colby's Miss Continental performances. They're just bananas.
I think the person who will give her run for money is Mistress Isabel Brooks. Mistress Isabel Brooks is from a legendary family. They are all pageant dominators, and they're probably all going to put their minds together and create, like, that's why I hope we get to see that, so we see what these girls can go home and create, like, some really dope stuff. So we'll see.
Mistress Isabel, Mistress is a runner-up, is what she is.
You know what, Sasha Colby? Sasha could be the loser. Know that.
Well, Lux London, Lux loser.
No, Eddie. Lucy LaDuca, Lucy La Loser. Okay?
Ross Matthews, fuck that faggot. All right, we're done.
That video is wild. Okay, sorry, we can't go back to the video. I can't. That's too wild. Anyway, Bob, this has been such a nice time talking with you. I hope that
agree.
your journey in New York City is fun, and I want to leave this podcast on a light, happy note. I love you so
Nigga,
much.
Fuck you. First of all, let me end it on my note. My note is an E above high C. No, listen. What
The
did I
E
do?
flat above high C. The E flat.
What I'm going to today's the last day of my. I was gonna try to do a bearded drag look, but I didn't get a chance to get my beard shaped up. I wanted to get my beard. I don't know. I'm telling you what I was gonna do if I'm not gonna do it. I wanted to go to someone to get my beard cut to like a really interesting look, and then do some like crazy Keisha Carr, Danny Beard drag look. But I'm shaving tomorrow for me and Pep's comedy show.
Oh, work. I would have come to see your comedy show. You don't ever invite me or tell me anything. I would have come.
Well, you just saw me do comedy in New York City, like literally.
Yeah, and it was tired. I'm kidding. It was actually great. It's so great. I love you so much. See
I love you
how
very
nice
much,
I
too.
am? I'm so nice.
That's you. Be you then.
I'm so nice.
Be
Can
you,
you?
bitch.
I have to go.
Be
I can't with
nice.
these utensils. Everyone have a good night. Thank you for coming out tonight. Thank you for coming out tonight. My name is Monet Exchange. Stick around for Bob the Dragon and Peppermint. Y'all have a good night. Thank you so much.
Please
Thank
stick
you.
around like it's the next show. Goodbye.